The decaying house groans, its walls peeling away, revealing a void at its core. In the center stands Creel, his figure distorted and inhuman, embodying the darkness he once summoned. Despite the chaos, Megan remains focused. The ritual must be completed to break the cycle of fear that Creel and the entity have fed on for so long. The cursed tape, the source of all their suffering, is placed in the center of a symbol-laden floor, a final piece in her plan. The landscape of terror continues to warp violently around her, but Megan doesn't waver. Facing both Creel and the entity head-on, she steps forward with newfound strength. No longer consumed by fear. As the ritual intensifies, the very foundation of the cursed world begins to fracture. The cursed tape, the core of their prison, is destroyed. The entity's monstrous form disintegrates, its dark power unraveling with it. The house, once a symbol of Creel's twisted control, collapses in on itself, crumbling into ruin. Silence falls. The wind dies down, and the oppressive atmosphere dissipates. The walls that once held them captive are now nothing but dust, and the cursed realm fades into nothingness. Megan finds herself standing alone, free. The air is still, the house in ruins, and the curse, at last, appears broken. But as the darkness fades and relief sets in, the scene shifts abruptly. The faint sound of a steady beeping fills the air, the unmistakable rhythm of a heart monitor. The cursed house and Creel's world are gone, replaced by the sterile, cold environment of a hospital room. Megan opens her eyes, disoriented and weak, her body unfamiliar and frail. She looks at her hands, seeing the passage of time etched into her wrinkled skin. Then she saw a surprised nurse called the doctor. According to the doctor, her coming back to life is somewhat like a miracle, and she was in a coma for the last 40 years. The weight of 40 years in a coma presses down on her as reality sets in. The life she once knew is long gone, replaced by a world she doesn't recognize. Overwhelmed by the revelation, Megan's heart races, her mind spinning in disbelief. The doctor's words echo in her ears. 40 years lost to the curse. She tries to process what's happened, but the world around her blurs as panic builds. Then, something in the corner of her vision catches her attention. A soft hum fills the air, familiar yet out of place. The TV flickers with static, its screen emitting the eerie glow that once signaled the cursed tape's power. Megan's eyes widen in horror. Her gaze drifts to the bedside table. Cursed VHS tape lies innocently, as if it had been waiting for her all along. The realization sinks in. It's not over. The curse still lingers, reaching out from the static. The room spins, the beeping of the heart monitors intensifying as Megan's fear returns. The cycle is far from broken.